In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a pop-up form in Shopify. Unfortunately, since Shopify doesn't support this functionality by default, what we need to do is use a third-party platform. Don't worry though, it's completely free and also very easy to set up. The first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Classable platform. Once you've clicked to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to click on Start for Free, and then you'll be taken to the login page of the Classable platform. Now, I would recommend you to sign up using a Shopify account because that will make the integration between Classable and Shopify significantly easier. So yeah, go ahead, click on sign up with Shopify right here, and then you'll automatically be taken to the Shopify login page. From here, simply log in into your Shopify account, and once you do that, you'll automatically be taken to this page, which is where we're going to install the Classable application straight on your Shopify account. So to install the Classable application, simply go ahead and click on install in the bottom right corner of the screen right here, and once you do that, give it a couple of seconds and then you automatically be taken to the back end of the Classable platform. This is what it's going to look like, and before I show you how to set everything up, if you take a look on the left hand side of the screen, you will see that by default you'll be assigned to a free plan. So if you just click on that, I want to quickly walk you through what the free plan has to offer. So if you take a look on the bottom here, you will see the number of active widgets that you have. At the moment you will have 0, but then you will also see that there's no limit in terms of how many widgets you can add to your Shopify account using the Classable platform. And the only real limitations that you will have with the free plan is the number of page views that you can get per month. So as you can see, the free plan comes with a cap of 10,000 monthly page views. So if you expect your widgets to get more than 10,000 page views per month, then go ahead and click on upgrade plan right here, and then you'll be taken to the plans page. Now this is what the plans page looks like, and here you can access all the different plans that the Classable platform has to offer. So as you can see, by default you'll be put through to the Pro 50 plan, which allows you to get up to 50,000 monthly page views. And if you use the slider right here, you can go to the 100k plan, 250k plan, and so forth. So yeah, browse through the different plans, choose the one that works best for you. And if you'd like to save yourself some money, I would definitely recommend you to subscribe to the plan on an annual basis, which is going to save you 25% of the total cost. So for example, this 250k plan will go from 99 a month to 69 per month. And if you'd like to save yourself an additional 20%, you can also use my discount code, which you can find in the description of this video. Now that you know a little bit more about the plans that the Classable platform has to offer, let's take a look at how to create the exact type of pop-up form that you want and how to integrate it on your Shopify website. So from this page right here, I want you to click on new widget right on the top, and then you'll see this pop-up up here. Here we need to decide how we want to create the pop-up form. So we can either start completely from scratch, or we can choose an existing template from Classable's template library. In my personal opinion, it's better to go for a template because all the templates are fully customizable anyway. So yeah, it's going to save you a significant amount of time by choosing this route, and that's the route I'm going to be taking today. So click on template library right here, and that will take you to the Classable template library. This is where you can see all the different templates that the Classable platform has to offer. What we want to do now is narrow down our options so we only see templates that are relevant to us. So if you go on the left hand side of the screen right here, you will see a bunch of check boxes that you can tick. In that particular case, the first one that we want to tick is the pop-up layout here, because not all the templates are designed to be pop-ups. Next up, go to the use case section right here and tick the box that is most relevant for you. The type of pop-up form that I want to create is one that is going to grow my email list. So that's the use case that I'm going to tick right here in the top left corner. Then simply browse through the different templates that you have available here and choose the one that looks the closest to what you're looking for before you start customizing it. In my particular case, this one looks pretty good, so I'm going to go for this one. And then from here, simply click on use this template in the top right corner of the screen, which will then automatically take you to the page, which is where you can start customizing the template to your specific requirements. Now I'm going to quickly show you how to edit a couple of different things. I'm not going to change my template a whole lot because it already looks pretty good and pretty much exactly what I'm looking for, to be honest. So yeah, now the first thing I want to change here is the text. This text right here is irrelevant for me, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Simply click on the text if you want to delete it and press on the backspace button on your keyboard. That's pretty easy. As you can see, we just deleted the component and everything within this box got readjusted. Next up, we want to make this big sale text a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is click on it to highlight it, and then on the right hand side of the screen, you'll see the editor for that particular element. So in that case, if we want to increase the font size, we want to find the font size section, which is right here, and then simply make this as big as we want. So in my case, I'm going to make it font size 20. Now here you can also change the text style, the font family, the font weight, the text color, and there's also a bunch of other options at the bottom here. Another thing I want to change from this template is this image right here. It's not really what I'm looking for, so I'm going to click on it to highlight it, and then on the right hand side from the editor section, I'm going to click on change, and then you'll see this window open up. Here we can choose from a bunch of different options. You can either upload your own image, you can choose the image from the image library, or you can provide an external link for an image that's already on the internet. In my case, I'm going to choose an image from the image library. I'm going to search for summer right here as an example, and then I'm just going to choose a random image, maybe this one here, just as an example. Give it a couple of seconds, and as you can see, it's already uploaded. Now, when it comes to the different elements on your template, it's not about just deleting and editing them. You can also add additional elements that are not already on the template itself. So to add additional components, simply go to the left-hand side of the screen, and here you will find the component section. So right at the top, you'll see the columns. Here you also see the general section, which is where you can find the text blocks, the containers, images, floating images, buttons. Then you have fields at the bottom here, so you have email, phone, and so forth. In my particular case, my form doesn't have a phone field, so I'm going to go ahead and add it right now. So if I just click on the phone here and just drag it, I'm going to put it right beneath the email field right here. And as you can see, just like that, it got added and it looks super nice and clean. I'm very happy with the way this looks. I'm not going to go ahead and make any changes on the right hand side here. But yeah, as you can see, customizing your pop-up form is very straightforward. I'm not going to go for different customizations that you can take advantage of. I'll leave this up to you to explore. And once you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on save in the top right corner of the screen. Then you'll be taken to this section, which is where we need to customize when and how the pop-up is going to appear on our Shopify website. In my particular case, I'm only going to be changing the display frequency and when to display options. At the bottom here, you also have some additional ones that you can play with. In my case, though, they're not relevant, so I'm going to only stick with these two right here. So by default, for the display frequency, we have once per session. In my particular case, I'm going to go for the do not limit option right here. Then in terms of when to display, by default, it's set to when all conditions are met, and the only condition that we have at the moment is spent on page 20 seconds. What that basically means that the pop-up is only going to appear after the user has been on my Shopify website for 20 seconds. In my case though, I want to change that to immediately. I want the pop-up to be displayed right away. I don't want to wait 20 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and select this option here. And like I said, I'm not going to play with any of these. You can explore them if they're relevant to you. In my case, I'm going to skip this step and then click on next in the top right corner of the screen. Then you'll be taken to this page, which is where you can integrate your pop-up form with, let's say, Google Analytics here, or you can also receive email notifications whenever the form is submitted. Now, if you want to, go ahead and enable this. It's quite relevant. In my case, I'll leave it as it is, and I'll skip the step as well. Click on done right in the top right corner of the screen, and as you can see, the pop-up is almost ready to go. Now, the last thing that we want to change here is the status of the form. So as you can see, by default, you'll be set to unpublished. So go ahead and click on this and change it to published, just like that, and then click on save in the top right corner of the screen. Then as you can see, our widget is live. Then all we have to do is go ahead and view our Shopify website, and based on the settings that we have, our pop-up should appear immediately. As you can see, here it is. It looks super nice and clean, and it's also fully interactive. And that's about it. That's how to add a pop-up form in Shopify. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.